Welcome to Play Quiz. Welcome to part 1 of our Ultimate Human Body Quiz. Today, we're testing your knowledge of the human body with 50 questions across 2 levels, easy and medium. Not only will you have 5 seconds to guess each body part, but you'll also get a chance to learn fascinating facts about them as we go along. Keep track of your score and see how many you can get right. Ready to dive into the world of anatomy? Let's begin. Let's go for the easy level. Which body part pumps blood throughout the body? Liver, heart, lungs? Heart. Fact. The heart is a muscular organ responsible for circulating blood throughout the body, supplying oxygen and nutrients to tissues while removing waste products like carbon dioxide. Which organ controls thought, memory, and emotions? Brain, spine, eye? Brain. Fact. The brain is the control center of the body, processing sensory information and enabling complex functions like memory, reasoning, emotions, and voluntary actions. What part of the body is responsible for breathing and exchanging gases? Stomach, lungs, kidney? Lungs. Fact. The lungs are vital organs for respiration, facilitating the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide between the air and bloodstream. Which organ digests food using acids and enzymes? Liver, pancreas, stomach? Stomach. Fact. The stomach breaks down food with the help of digestive acids and enzymes, beginning the process of nutrient absorption. Which body part detoxifies chemicals and produces bile? Gallbladder, liver, pancreas? Liver. Fact. The liver plays a crucial role in detoxifying blood, producing bile for digestion, and metabolizing nutrients from the digestive system. Which organ filters waste from the blood to produce urine? Kidney, heart, lungs? Kidney. Fact. The kidneys filter waste and excess fluids from the blood, producing urine that is eventually excreted from the body. Which part of the body protects against external harm and regulates temperature? Skin, muscle, hair? Skin. Fact. The skin acts as a barrier against pathogens, regulates body temperature, and contains nerve endings for sensory perception. What tissues contract to create movement and maintain posture? Ligaments, bones, muscles? Muscles. Fact. Muscles work by contracting and relaxing, allowing movement, posture maintenance, and stability for the skeletal structure. What provides structural support, protects organs, and stores minerals? Bones, muscles, veins? Bones. Fact. Bones form the skeleton, which supports the body, protects internal organs, and stores minerals like calcium and phosphorus. Which body part allows for vision by detecting light? Brain, eye, ear? Eye. Fact. The eye detects light and processes visual information, transmitting it to the brain, where it is interpreted as images. Awesome job getting through the easy level. You're off to a fantastic start, and I hope you're enjoying the cool facts we're learning along the way. Now it's time to level up. The medium level will introduce more challenging body parts, so let's see if you can keep up. Keep tracking those points and let's continue learning. What organ enables hearing and helps maintain balance? Ear, nose, mouth. Ear. Fact. The ear processes sound waves for hearing and contains structures like the semicircular canals that help maintain balance. Which part of the body is responsible for smelling and filtering air? Mouth, nose, pharynx. Nose. Fact. The nose filters, warms, and humidifies inhaled air and contains olfactory receptors responsible for the sense of smell. Which part begins the digestive process by chewing food? Liver, stomach, mouth. Mouth. Fact. The mouth breaks down food mechanically by chewing and mixes it with saliva, beginning the digestion process. Which body part is used for grasping, holding, and manipulating objects? Foot, mouth, hand. Hand. Fact. The hand, with its flexible fingers and opposable thumb, allows for precise manipulation and grasping of objects. Which part of the body supports weight and aids in balance? Hand, foot, spine. Foot. Fact. The foot supports body weight, aids in balance, and provides propulsion while walking or running. Which organ produces insulin and digestive enzymes? Liver, gallbladder, pancreas. Pancreas. Fact. The pancreas produces insulin, which regulates blood sugar, and enzymes that aid in breaking down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. What organ stores bile produced by the liver? Gallbladder, kidney, stomach. Gallbladder. Fact. The gallbladder stores bile, a digestive fluid produced by the liver, and releases it into the small intestine to help digest fats. Where does most nutrient absorption occur in the digestive system? Large intestine, small intestine, stomach. Small intestine. Fact. The small intestine is where most nutrients from digested food are absorbed into the bloodstream, providing energy and building blocks for the body. Which part of the digestive system absorbs water and forms waste? Large intestine, small intestine, bladder. Large intestine. Fact. The large intestine absorbs water from digested material and forms solid waste, which is later excreted. What tube transports food from the mouth to the stomach? Pharynx, esophagus, trachea. Esophagus. Fact. The esophagus is a muscular tube that moves food from the mouth to the stomach through rhythmic contractions called peristalsis. Fantastic effort getting through the medium level. You're doing amazing, and now it's time to take on the hard level. These questions will test your knowledge to the limit, so stay sharp and keep those answers coming. Ready to show off your expertise? Which organ develops immune cells called T cells? Thymus, thyroid, pancreas? Thymus. Fact. The thymus is an organ in the upper chest where T cells, a type of white blood cell, mature, playing an essential role in immune function. What muscle separates the chest and abdominal cavities, aiding in breathing? Diaphragm, heart, stomach? Diaphragm. Fact. The diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle that contracts and flattens during inhalation, increasing chest cavity space to draw in air. What blood vessels carry oxygen-rich blood away from the heart? Veins, capillaries, arteries? Arteries. Fact. Arteries are blood vessels that carry oxygenated blood from the heart to tissues throughout the body. Which blood vessels carry deoxygenated blood back to the heart? Arteries, veins, capillaries? Veins. Fact. Veins are blood vessels that return deoxygenated blood from the body back to the heart for oxygenation. Which organ filters blood and recycles old red blood cells? Liver, spleen, kidney. Spleen. Fact. The spleen filters blood, removes old red blood cells, and supports the immune system by producing white blood cells. Which gland regulates metabolism through hormone production? Thyroid, pituitary, adrenal? Thyroid. Fact. The thyroid gland releases hormones that regulate metabolism, growth, and energy levels in the body. What is the passage that connects the mouth and nasal passages to the esophagus? Trachea, pharynx, larynx? Pharynx. Fact. The pharynx, or throat, is a muscular tube that connects the mouth and nasal passages to the esophagus and trachea, helping in swallowing and directing food to the esophagus. What structure contains the vocal cords and enables speech? Pharynx, esophagus, larynx? Larynx. Fact. The larynx, also known as the voice box, houses the vocal cords, which vibrate as air passes through them, producing sound and enabling speech. Which main airways lead from the trachea into the lungs? Alveoli, bronchi, capillaries? Bronchi. Fact. The bronchi are two main airways that branch off from the trachea and lead into the lungs, where they further subdivide into smaller airways, delivering air to the alveoli. Which brain region helps coordinate movement and balance? Cerebellum, cerebrum, medulla oblongata? Cerebellum, fact. The cerebellum, located at the back of the brain, plays an essential role in motor control, coordination, and balance, enabling smooth and precise movements. Congratulations on reaching the final frontier of this quiz, the impossible level. This is where things get truly challenging, with questions that will push even the best to their limits. Are you ready for the ultimate test of human body knowledge? Let's see if you can conquer the impossible level and finish strong. Which part of the brain controls voluntary actions and reasoning? Cerebellum, medulla oblongata, cerebrum. Cerebrum, fact. The cerebrum, the largest part of the brain, controls higher brain functions, including voluntary actions, reasoning, emotions, and sensory perception. What tissue connects muscle to bone, allowing movement? Ligament, tendon, cartilage. Tendon, fact. Tendons are tough bands of connective tissue that attach muscles to bones, transmitting the force needed for movement. Which tissue connects bones and stabilizes joints? Tendon, ligament, muscle. Ligament, fact. Ligaments are fibrous connective tissues that connect bones at joints, providing stability and limiting excessive movement. What is the windpipe that conducts air to the lungs? Trachea, bronchi, esophagus. Trachea, fact. The trachea, or windpipe, is a tube that connects the throat to the bronchi, allowing air to pass into the lungs. Which bone provides attachment for shoulder and back muscles? Clavicle, scapula, shoulder blade, sternum. Scapula, shoulder blade. Fact. The scapula, or shoulder blade, is a flat, triangular bone that serves as a site for muscle attachment, enabling shoulder and arm movement. Which bone connects the arm to the body and supports shoulder movement? Patella, clavicle, radius. Clavicle, fact. The clavicle, or collarbone, links the arm to the body, stabilizing the shoulder and allowing a range of arm movements. Which bone protects the knee joint and aids in leg extension? Patella, kneecap, femur, tibia. Patella, kneecap. Fact. The patella or kneecap shields the knee joint and enhances leverage for the quadriceps muscle, facilitating leg extension. What small structure helps prevent food from entering the nasal cavity? Larynx, epiglottis, uvula. Uvula, fact. The uvula is a small, fleshy structure that hangs at the back of the throat, helping prevent food and liquid from entering the nasal cavity during swallowing. What cavity warms, humidifies, and filters inhaled air? Sinus, nasal cavity, mouth. Nasal cavity, fact. The nasal cavity filters, warms, and moistens inhaled air before it reaches the lungs, helping to trap dust and pathogens. Which bone protects the knee joint and aids in leg extension? Patella, kneecap, femur, tibia. Patella, kneecap. Fact: the patella or kneecap shields the knee joint and enhances leverage for the quadriceps muscle, facilitating leg extension. That's a wrap on part 1 of our human body quiz. How did you do with the first 50 questions? Share your score so far in the comments and let us know which fact surprised you the most. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified when part 2 comes out, featuring the hard and impossible levels with even more fascinating insights. Thanks for joining, and get ready for the ultimate challenge in part 2.